Hey gang, Devall here with an all-new review for ToyWorldOrder.com. The return of Marvel Legends was a spectacular thing to behold. After taking a brief hiatus, Hasbro Toys has redeemed themselves from their earlier, not-so-great attempt a few years ago. And since we've been getting some awesome new Legends, it only makes sense that Hasbro would begin to celebrate the coming of Iron Man 3 to theaters everywhere with a Legends line of Iron Man-themed figures. And today, I give you a look at the first three figures in the line: Iron Patriot, Classic Iron Man, and Heroic Age Iron Man. The packaging for these figures is well done, with a large image of Iron Man and the Marvel Iron Man logo across the top. A large window shows off the figures and the Build-A-Piece figure within, while the Marvel Legends logo spins across the front bottom of the bubble. The back features the figure, a short bio, and some great new character artwork, as well as a picture of the completed Ironmonger Build-A-Figure, the other figures available in this first wave, and the three remaining figures which are actually represented by a coming fall 2013 picture. Man, I hate waiting a full year to finish a Build-A-Figure. Ah well, let's take a look at these three figures, starting with none other than Norman Osborn, the Iron Patriot. Now the figure here is well done with a great pearlized and shiny paint job. The red and blue colors here really stand out, although the white does appear a bit muted. The sculpt is strong, with little details even at the bottom of his boots. The articulation here is well done, with a ball-jointed head, shoulders, upper bicep movement, double-jointed elbows, and hand. And he has some movement at the chest, his hip joints, upper thigh, double-jointed knees, and ankles. The two discs here at his hip can actually move 360 degrees, which allow his legs to be posed without the circles getting in the way. The only sad thing here is the mold reuses the Extremis mold from the Terrax wave of Marvel Legends, but besides that, this probably is the weakest figure in the first half of the wave. Packaged with each of these figures is a little folded piece of paper called Inside the Armor Vault, which is not only the directions on how to put the pieces to Ironmonger together, but it also holds a photo and more detailed bio of the figure included within. Now he's also packaged with the torso and crotch of Ironmonger, and while we don't get a lot of movement here, seeing as well we're missing arms, legs, and a head, the body is well sculpted and detailed, and I get a feeling that when this is all said and done, we're going to have a very cool addition to the Legends line. Okay, with all that, let's move on to the second figure in this wave, Classic Iron Man. Now this figure, while being not only a figure we've received multiple versions of throughout the years, as well as a reuse of a previous release by Hasbro, which was a 2-pack available at Toys R Us, it's a strong release and a pretty great figure. Now the paint on the figure here is well done, with a shiny pearlized paint job. While the figure has the same articulation points as Iron Patriot, he does have a couple different points of articulation here, including his ab crunch and a swiveling waist. What I like most here is that the shoulders and hips actually kind of ratchet into position rather than move fluidly, which, trust me, it's not a bad thing. Now the great thing here is the figure's actually packaged with an alternate head, so you can choose between the classic horned helmet or the more modern rounded classic helmet. Now, the helmets are pretty easy to switch. You simply pop one head off the ball joint and then pop the new one on in the former's place. A Classic Iron Man's also packaged with the right leg of Ironmonger, and it is well done. It's articulated with a double knee joint and a swivel ankle. Now the leg attaches to the body, but it takes a little bit of pressure to get the joints to lock together. And when it's finally in, well, we're starting to get ourselves a really neat figure. Okay, let's move on to the final figure in this mini wave, which is possibly my favorite out of all three, Heroic Age Iron Man. Now this is my favorite figure because he's 100% all new sculpt, no reuse pieces, just simply an amazing figure. And the Heroic Age Iron Man has all the same great articulation that Classic Iron Man has, including the same nifty ratcheting style joints. And the look of this figure is simply amazing. Hasbro's really done an outstanding job with the sculpt here. This is probably one of the best Iron Man figures released to date, as the proportions are really well done for once, and there looks like there really could be a Tony Stark under that armor. The paint job here has an almost translucent look to it, as the red and golds here stand out amazingly well. There is some blue paint added to certain spots on the armor, including the tops of his gauntlets, his repulsor rays, the chest, and around the eyes, which really give it all a very cool glowing effect. This is the best figure on the wave, and is one I beg you to find and pick up. He comes packaged with the left leg of Ironmonger, which snaps into place like the previous leg. See, now all we need is some arms and a head, and unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until this fall to finish off this Build-A-Figure when we're delivered the Iron Man Mark 42 movie suit, Iron Patriot movie suit, and Classic Ultron. And when they're released, I'll give you a look at the three of them, including the finished Ironmonger himself. Now, out of all three of these figures, I recommend the Heroic Age Iron Man the most, but if you want the equally to be cool Ironmonger, then you need all three of these amazing figures, so head out and hunt them down today. And until next time, gang, keep playing with your toys.